Hey guys, it's Alexis with Create Your Future. I'm back with a new video. It's Monday, so happy Monday. Now, this week's video is a follow-up to my last week's video about what not to do when manifesting. And this week's video is all about what to do when manifesting. So if you missed last week's video, you can find that on my playlist. And I'm really looking forward to talking about what to do, how to fine-tune your mental diet, and then just some tips and tricks I have learned along the way that I've been really repeating to my one-on-one clients about all the people that have manifested changes in specific people and in relationships. Okay. So before I get started, like always, just a reminder that to book one-on-one coaching with me, to access any of my current services, all that juicy info is in the box below. And please like, comment, share, subscribe, say things to us, say hello. If I haven't talked to you in a while and you're a client of mine and you feel comfortable, drop me a line below and just say hi. I would love to hear from you. Okay. So, all right. So you guys, last week we talked about what not to do and to not use your words and use your language to convince somebody to be with you, to tell them why you're worthwhile, and to tell somebody that you're deserving of love or you're the perfect person, right? Now, as a refresher, why don't we want to do that? Because we're learning how to recreate our self-concept, recreate specific people, and also just learning how to look at your reality differently. Because if you truly have faith and belief in your thoughts creating, then you won't need to tell people a bunch of things or to remind people of how wonderful you are or to bring up a relationship talk or to talk about it. Okay. If you're feeling a sense of urgency or a sense of giving up or a sense of self-doubt, it comes from the lack within you and then not having faith and belief in creating your reality with your thought, or you just don't have enough experience with it also. So if you're new to creating with new thoughts, or you're new to manifesting in general, or you're just feeling like you're doubtful, you guys, remember that when you're manifesting for a specific person or for a change in your relationship, you really don't want to look for your evidence or for your, like, I've heard this a lot over the years. Like, if I can just make Alexis, if I can just change him, if I can manifest him to be differently, then I'll fully believe that I'm doing this, that I will fully have a belief that I create my reality, that I will fully know that I'm the operant power. Now, I get it. I want to honor it. I've heard clients say this to me recently. I've actually had a lot of people say these things that I'm bringing up in last week's video and today's video. So I think it's worth talking about. I get it, you guys, but like, why? Don't use your love and relationship zone that you're manifesting for evidence that you create your reality. Because it's like saying, oh, I have this thing that I'm changing about myself, and then therefore when it's fully changed, then I'll believe in myself. Doesn't work that way. We want to have you have and start practicing these things. That's why for so long, we all said to make manifesting lists. And I still have clients do this about things that they manifest with their focus and their thought. That's like a wins in a way, even though, you know, that term, I'm not trying to get you to like do a bunch of things and have like a bunch of to-do lists, just a place to put things that you've consciously created. Like I did that way back when I was first doing a lot of these things, and I would have lists in my mind, and then I would put lists in my little like manifesting journal. And one summer, which is funny because it was like right around this time, I manifested a free bikini. I don't think I've talked about this in a video, and it ended up going on. I really wanted to get a new bathing suit. It was approaching summer, and I had put it in a list, and I kind of thought about it. And then you guys, like, I went on a date with a guy that I ended up dating. And in the date, like during the date, we were standing in line for coffee. We were getting to know each other. Like this was years ago. And he said to me, oh, you know, I'm in marketing. I would love to gift you a bikini from the line that I'm now doing marketing for. Okay. If he ever watches this video, he's totally going to know it's about him, but I intend that that doesn't happen, or that would be very funny. He'd probably get a big kick out of it. We remained friends. Okay. So, for me, that really helped me, because in the moment I was like, wait, what? A free bikini. So like, you want to send me the website? You know, how do we do this? It ended up being a really, really high priced bikini line, bathing suit line that we all actually know about. I won't say the name in the video, but like, once I got it, I was like, wait a minute, this was on my list. But the thing about it is that it came through way better than I could have imagined. It's one of the only bikinis I've held on to for years, and that actually fit. Like in any event, it was a way better bathing suit. Okay, so it's a good example that it came through so differently. I remember at that time too, I wanted to receive a bouquet of flowers. And then one of my friends sent me a reminder about her wedding and had flowers on it. So, you know, and then something else happened and I got a big bouquet of flowers out of the blue at my doorstep that I came home to. So these things were small things that I've always had in my mind that, and I had back in my mind when I was first starting, that reminded me that I create my reality. I decide how things show up. What I think about is what comes through in my experience. And then therefore that was my evidence when I would manifest something for a change with a specific person. You don't want to like, let's say if you're manifesting for John to change, you don't want to look to John for evidence. It's also like saying, oh, if this thing happens and I'm going to believe in this whole manifesting thing, you guys, like, can you just like accept and appreciate you create your reality? And even if you're understanding that your thoughts create and everyone's you pushed out and you're getting behind it, can we just like accept that you do create your reality? Like instead of that your reality creates you or things happen to you, okay? Because life comes through you. But again, let's not use the specific person as evidence, okay? Now, this video is about what to do, so I'm trying to get to that. What to do is to focus on having a high level of two things. Faith, two things. I'm going off on a tangent, so I'm getting lost in my own words. Faith and belief in the unseen, okay? Because that's what you're always doing when you're creating. There's no way around it. So therefore, if you're manifesting for communication, you're manifesting for a change in communication, meaning text messages, phone calls. You want him to call you. You want her to call you. You want him to text you. You want her to call you. You want them to do a bunch of things for you. If you're thinking about it and then looking, where's the faith and where's the self-belief and where is the belief in the unseen? You're not enacting it, right? And you have to do that. You have to kind of go at this with you just for a little while, reminding yourself like my examples, like what I would do previously is, oh my gosh. So if I manifested that bikini way out of like, and it happened out of thin air. And if I manifested those flowers out of thin air, and those things are really important, then I can definitely manifest a specific person. I can definitely manifest for him to change. Because, you know, that's what I was focusing on. That's my gender that I am with, just saying. So, and I remember you guys, when I would first do the specific person thing, right? And I didn't really think it was going to work. Like I didn't have like a huge belief in it, but I would say, okay, I've got to trust this. I have to believe this. I got to focus. And like, when you really do that, like I remember seeing some crazy things happen. Like one guy I thought was too feminine. Okay, this is just my experience. You can think whatever you want about it, but I just thought he was too like, just not, I wasn't really into him. Okay. And then I thought a couple thoughts of like, he's more masculine. He's doing this. And like, you guys literally like date number 3, I went to go meet him and I didn't even recognize the guy because he had a full beard. He was wearing like an outfit that was like way more what I would term as masculine, right? Because it's my reality. It's my beliefs, my assumptions. But like, you got to kind of go at this and have some fun with it and get in the trusting of the unseen, trusting in your thoughts creating, right? Get your evidence in different areas. So what to do is to remind yourself outside your specific person that your thoughts create, that you're doing something differently, that you're trusting in the unseen, you're having a spiritual faith that everyone is you pushed out and that you can create exactly what you want. Because listen, you guys, you can, okay? You totally can. What's funny about the guy number 2 that I just mentioned is I've always thought that he thinks that he lost out and that I got, because now I'm married to somebody else, right? And then we've still been friends over the years. And he told me recently that I was there's a term he used like that I hadn't heard an acronym, but the one that got away, it's somehow like a paraphrase, okay? And anyways, and I looked it up and I thought, oh my gosh, it's so me pushed out. Because I always thought he thought that he missed out and that we were friends because a bunch of things happened or whatever. And then look at years later, you guys, he told me that years later, he confessed that to me because I've always held that within me. And I've always thought, oh gosh, when he finds out that I'm married, he's going to be super sad, but I'm very happy in my marriage. I love my husband. I am glad to have chosen who I chose, just saying. Okay. So like, let's think of these things. What to do when you're manifesting, right? Is having faith in the unseen, trusting that your thoughts create, staying committed to your vision, staying committed to yourself, staying committed to your mental diet, staying committed on track with being the version of you that you value, that you choose, that has a high level of self-confidence, high level of self-esteem, and therefore thinking about your specific person from there. It is that simple, okay? So what I've heard a lot from people in recent videos is nothing is working. I'm so frustrated. It's not here. I've done all the work. Why isn't he showing up this way? Why isn't she coming through yet? Okay. Now we can't be in that place of frustration. We can't be in that place of so much anger because you're living in the end of one of two, usually abandonment or rejection. Okay. Or you're living in the end also of things not working out for you. So if you think things don't work out for you, like as an overall life assumption, that's something to begin thinking about and changing and thinking, no, like love and relationships now work for me. But I want to say too, we know that your thoughts create, your mental diet reigns supreme to so many other things that you can do. But like the workaround is always living in the end of being the person that has it, right? If you're manifesting marriage, being the person that is married. If you're manifesting communication, being the person that is communicated with. I haven't done this a while in a video, but see how I'm doing this? I'm moving like to the future. In my frame of reference, my Alexis mind, my future is there. My past is there. This is getting a little bit NLP, but we all have a timeline. Okay, you don't need to figure yours out to understand this, but I do this because my future is always to the right of me. Okay, so you want to place yourself as that future self that already has it. Bring that future self state into the now, right? So, and like, it might be manifesting in steps now because people say that, but like be easy on yourself. If you're just getting to know somebody, how about living in the end of being in the relationship or living in the end of great communication, having so many fun dates and having a really good go at like getting to know each other instead of like jumping into the we're married thing, okay? It might make it easier on your state change and your mind to kind of take it in steps, but like the next workable place and the next workable place and the next workable place. That's what I did before I got married to my second husband. Now, my first and both times that I've been married, I was married previously, and then it didn't work out for me. So I chose to leave. And then I married my current forever guy now, and they happened really quickly, but I did this. It was like, you know, even when I didn't know that I was doing this. So when I met my husband, we got married about 8 months later and I was already pregnant, right? So I mean, if you're working things on a timeline, if you start doing things in steps, it doesn't mean that it's going to take a long time, okay? We also want to be thinking time is on my side, time supports me, time is here for me, I can do this, I can have this. This is my reality, this is my experience. I am in the self-confidence once and for all, you guys, that what I want is happening for me. What I want is happening for me. What I want is happening for me. Gosh, I knew what would happen, you guys. I was going to get so fired up in these videos that I'm doing about what not to do and what to do when manifesting that I would get, you know, I should go out and like run a mile if I was a runner, but I'm not. And it's too hot. Okay. Because I really, really, really want everyone to get this. I really want everybody, all of my clients and all of our subscribers to get that your world is you. You can have, you can be, you can do anything that you want to be. If you can already be in the place that you have it, think thoughts that way, and really be generating, really be creating, really be manifesting it from within that way. I want to say too, that like, if you're on some kind of manifesting schedule, which I give to people if they really need one, right? It's always individual. Or if you're doing like hypnosis at night or doing, what are other things like subliminals at night, or you're even doing like I have affirmation tracks that everyone loves, right? Remember, you guys, those are technique kind of things. They're like helpers that push you along the way. But what you're really thinking, what you're really holding within you the rest of the time is the most important thing, but you want to bookend all of it. Okay. I've had clients that have done coaching and hypnosis that have been successful. I have clients that have done just coaching and been successful. I've had clients that or people that have bought my hypnosis audios that have written in success stories I've never even met. Love you guys. Thank you for the support. But it's because they have a full-blown practice, right? Full-blown thing. So we can't just be like walking around like, hey, I'm learning about law of assumption. I get law of assumption now. Forget the whole law of attraction thing. Why isn't it here? No. It doesn't matter, like I've said in other videos, it doesn't matter if you call this law of assumption or law of attraction. What you got to do is change your thoughts, change who you are, be in it, you guys, like hold fast to what you want, but be the version of you that has it. So there is nothing about bringing up a relationship talk, telling people your worth, telling people you're valuable, telling people why you guys would work together. Like I said last week, stop it. Just be in the place of, I am valuable, I am worthy, I am deserving of being cherished, I am deserving of being treasured, or I am deserving of whatever you're working on, right? Which is individual to you. If you want my feedback on how to create your mental diet, which will get you in the state of the wish fulfilled, then book with me. We can go over it. And I can also tell you one-on-one what not to do, right? Because I find that my clients actually find that so helpful. Like I'm usually apologizing if I have to be kind of harsh or like lay the gavel down. Like I wish you guys had a gavel right here and then like a gong right here, because then when everyone has something that happens, I could hit the gong. But like I think our pit bull just would not like those big sounds. She's got sensitive ears, especially around the 4th of July. Okay. So let's get on board with this. Let's this week decide that you once and for all know and believe and understand your self-confidence, your self-value, and also your self-stability, self-security, and the safety and the assuredness of having that within, creating it on your own so that therefore other people can give you exactly what you're manifesting. All right. So I hope that you found this video helpful and that it keeps you on track. And that if you feel like giving up on any of this, don't. Stay the track. This is the most rewarding work in changing oneself to change the world or change your world, change your reality is the most rewarding and it's the most fruitful and like the most fun. Okay. The whole like discussing everything, talking about everything, having to set so many boundaries and, why do that? You don't have to. Like I said last week, you want to have conversations and discussions about things, but not all the time and not from the place of like proving who you are. Like, talk about other stuff. All right. So that's my perspective. So you guys go out, make today awesome, smile, have some fun this week. Really, really enjoy the season wherever you are in the world. And I will see you in my next video. Bye.